Another game coming out this year, around the same time, October 7th, coincidentally. uh, Far Cry 6.
Yes.
It looks really good.
I'm not gonna lie. I've been a fan of the Far Cry series, but I've been like one of the like stereotypical Assassin's Creed fans where I'm like, oh, it's never gonna be as good as it used to. This is going to be the first Far Cry game I buy since Blood Dragon. I don't know if you've ever played Blood Dragon.
The first one I played was 3. I never finished it.
Blood Dragon was a DLC for 3.
Yeah, I know. I played all of 4. That was the real like first full Far Cry experience I got, and I loved it. And then when 5 came along, it didn't really pull me in, because for me the environment just didn't interest me, because I was like, it's just in like Montana, America. It's like, bro, I live in America. I don't want to go. Yeah. If it took place in Baltimore, though, I probably would have played it. But
that's the thing, though. That's one of the things that pulls me in about this. It takes place in a city, or well, a city is one of the areas.
Yeah, I would say it takes place on an island that's meant to be like Cuba. And there are several cities and little villages and towns like spread out across the island. And because of how big we know Ubisoft maps have gotten over the years, you know this map is going to be huge. And you know they're going to be city areas.
Someone leaked the entire map, or like the size of the entire map.
I'm looking up right now.
Okay. I don't know if it's probably online. I saw it on a YouTube video though. Like I can send it to you on the YouTube video if you can't find it. It's pretty huge. It's pretty huge.
I see something. It looks like this. Yeah, it looks like there's a city on the coast, and there's another city.
It's gonna be big.
And it looks like there's like at least 4 city areas. Yeah, I'm excited for this game. Especially what really interests me is how they're taking the weapons and making them more makeshift, kind of like Dead Rising. Mm-hmm. In Dead Rising, you make like there's a bunch of makeshift weapons in there. It seems like they're going that route here too, and it looks really cool. And as kind of cookie cutter Ubisoft games get, every now and again you just need yourself a good Ubisoft game in your life.
Oh yeah,
because Ubisoft
games are like, I feel like they're like the stereotypical video games. Like you have like your first person shooters with Rainbow and Far Cry that don't really do anything super special anymore, because now it's like the industry standard. But like, you want to go back and play them every once in a while. Like sometimes you just need like that it's like a palate cleanser,
There's this article that makes fun of Ubisoft games. I'm gonna read it. It's called Ubisoft Game, the review. It's hilarious. Let me look at how long it is. It's not too long. I could read all of it. Okay. So here's the article. It's by Point and Click Bait. It was from June 4, 2014 by Tim Caldwell. And it's like a parody article. It says, okay, by now we've all heard of Ubisoft Game. And if you haven't, then you've been living under a rock. Ubisoft Game is the latest in a long line of titles from Ubisoft. And with a bigger budget and even than ever before, no less than 75 of Ubisoft's 193 global studios working on it. They do have a lot of studios, and they do make a lot. There's no doubt that this year's Ubisoft Game is going to be the big one. You can play Ubisoft Game on basically any platform of your choice, but we've been reviewing it on next-gen console because that's the platform it was made for. Ubisoft Game is the story of main character, a gruff or sassy white man who is really good at parkour, killing while doing parkour. One of the most iconic features of main character is the way he dresses. Main character's sense of style and flair really comes across in his tailored outfit, which makes him look distinctive and features a number of clear symbols that can be easily used in marketing and merchandising. The game takes place in a big open world with lots of people and maybe even animals living in it. That sounds like it should be a paradise, but it's not. It's not. A bad thing has happened, and the main character is right in the thick of it. Or maybe he's the only one who can stop it. The story of Ubisoft Game is a bit uncompelling, but that's okay, because there's just so much to see and do. When the main story starts, it's a bit slow and scripted to begin with, but it's not long before you're out in the open world doing your thing. Ubisoft really knows how to do an open world, and the jungle sections in particular of Ubisoft games are just amazing. Those guys and gals really know how to do jungle. People moving and creating living, breathing ecosystems around you. You can drive cars or possibly horses and run over people too, which is good. This may make guards attack you, which is bad. Key mechanics of Ubisoft Game is the control points on the map need to be captured to unlock particular areas. I actually really love like going after bases in Ubisoft games, because it's just like, for me, it's like swinging in Spider-Man is just mindless fun to just go and just kill people in the base and unlock that section of the map. But you know, essentially, I want to lead into something that this article eventually talks about, and it has been talked about recently, is that Ubisoft tries not, they say that they try not to make their games political. And we all know that's impossible. Literally, there's
Watch Dogs 2 is maybe the most political video game I've ever played in my life.
Yeah, like Ubisoft has never made a game that wasn't political, but they pretend like they have, and they're stupid because of that. They try to pretend like their games that are about taking down corrupt systems aren't political, and it's like, bro, they're confusing political with choosing a side in terms of politics. You can make a game political without choosing a side, even though it's hard to. But at the end of the day, these games are indeed political. There's no denying that. But yeah, if you want to read the rest of the article, it's called Ubisoft Game, The Review, Point and Clickbait by Tim Cowell. It's great. It is phenomenal. I'll probably send it to you later. You'll love it. But yeah.
I stand by the fact that the most unique Ubisoft game, though, like the one that's like stands out away from everything else, is still Watch Dogs 2. That's the most unique Ubisoft game, because every other Ubisoft game is just kind of,
like I said, I'm really excited. The locales look great. Again, there's a jungle. The jungle looks good, and it looks fun. It honestly looks like just really a lot of fun. The story doesn't look like every Ubisoft game. The story probably isn't going to be the best because they're trying so hard not to be political. It makes
like every Far Cry game. I should put it like that. Like every Far Cry game, because every Far Cry game story is literally the exact same.
Literally the exact same every single time.
Yeah. And like it's literally like, for some reason you get put into an island that has a dictator and you need to kill the dictator and take down that. Yeah. Blood Dragon does it different, and that's why I love Blood Dragon. It's just so ridiculous because it's like,
it's the same way with,
to 80s.
With like Primal. They make this, like, they always do this DLC that's very different from the main like story.
I didn't play Primal.
Primal was interesting. I didn't play it either. I watched people play it.
I never played Primal. I've seen like 5 seconds of gameplay of Primal, like total. But I swear, I recommend you get Blood Dragon. Blood Dragon, it's so ridiculous and over the top, and like it's like an homage to 80s action movies, like but like set in the future, so like Terminator and stuff. And so like the main character's name is like Rex Danger or something like that. Like it's so ridiculously over the top, and you have to take down, I don't remember who you're basically helping scientists take back the world from like this like horrible, I don't even know, I don't remember the story that much, but so, it was funny because every time like you kill something, you make like a ridiculous quip, and like the weapons are really fun, and the island was really weird. It was, oh my god, Blood Dragon did it differently.
So can you,
but that's the only one.